Hello? I don't believe it.
Yes. Hello. This is the Chinese buffet calling.
A what?
Last time you come in, you eat way too much.
Who the hell is it?
You're not allowed back anymore.
Perfect. I don't want to come back.
I got your number from credit card info.
I don't roll credit cards.
This is not homeless shelter. This restaurant. You eat all expensive food. You eat all that crab leg.
What was that?
You take so much food and not even eat all. I throw out full plates when I leave your table.
Are you speaking English?
Oh, okay. You know, come back. You bend.
Hey, fuck you. You have the wrong number, you stupid motherfucker. We don't even have a goddamn credit card, so get your shit straight before you call people and start fucking talking shit. Go hunt your ass down and beat the fuck out of you.
Come and spend a day in the 757.
Here we are. After show, but later. That shit went from 0 to 100 real quick.
It sure did.
The name sounded familiar. So who was the one speaking that was getting the phone call?
I don't know, bro. It was one of my buddy Mito's homies.
Oh, really? It sounded like one of your homies. It actually sounded a little bit like Alpha Male.
No, that's one of Mito's homies. Fucking back in the day, we would just get all fucked up, kill about 20 Coronas and shit, and a couple blunt skis, and then we would just fucking hit the prank dial, bro, and see if we could fuck with it at 3 a.m. And he just happened to be at a party, and that dude was. And he tried to give the business back. It was great. Made for a good call.
I liked it. But anyway, here we are. After show, but later. Episode number 143. I'm feeling a lot better. El Kukui is always looking good. Always coming from the gym. Always getting his personal fitness and health in check and everything. So man, it was a dope week, as we always say, because it's always a good week in the Covino and Rich land. There was everything from turnoffs, do's and don'ts with your relationship to we learned a little bit more about Theo, the puppy this weekend or this week. Lots of things. So let me know where you want to get started. If you want, I can kick it off because I have a couple of things. So bada bing, bada boom. And just so Miss Funky Monkey knows, this really is me. She said she was listening to the last episode and she was like, did they kidnap Daniel? He sounds so different. So it's me. All right. Now let's get that shit out of the way.
Well, let's be honest. It was the Daniel Javier Feats hologram last week.
Hey, all right. We only wanted to take a week off. We ended up having to take 2 weeks off, but luckily my editing skills got in there and was able to bada bing, bada boom, green screen my hologram in here. And it was all good. I thought it was okay. I thought it was passable.
That was the fucking futuristic cardboard cutout.
Oh man. Where do you want to get started? Was there anything in particular?
Yeah, there was one, and I'm riding. I hate to do it. Well, actually, I don't hate to do it. I'm doing it because I do it, and I agree with Covino most of the time. Mm-hmm. But one thing that got me fired up was the barber convo. Did you hear that one?
I'm not sure. I don't remember.
About he's got a different barber now.
Oh yeah, I know but he's had the same barber for a while now.
He had Addie, but I guess he said that he had text Addie something and he didn't text him back and he didn't even give him a response. And I guess Rich said Addie had did that to him as well. And I'm with Covino, man. I get my hair cut pretty often, I think, as you know. I go see Paisano every Tuesday at 5:30. Mm-hmm. And every Tuesday. I mean, we got it on repeat. Like that shit doesn't even get deleted from my calendar. If for some reason I can't go on a Tuesday, I'm gonna hit them on a Sunday or I'm gonna hit them on a Wednesday. But once a week I get my hair cut, and so I can't have a barber that needs me to schedule way 2 weeks out either because I'm getting my haircut every 7 days.
Yeah, no, I feel you.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, so, it's weird because there's those people that and we've had this conversation before, but it's really peculiar to me when there's those people that will get their haircut like Rich actually when they were I do remember this conversation because during it, Rich said that he schedules his haircuts around events. And I was like, so if you don't have nothing going on for the next 2 months, you're not going to get a haircut?
You know what?
That sounds
I schedule
fucking crazy to me.
Yeah, I schedule mine around events too. And it's just one long ass event that's going to last my lifetime. And it's called Always Trying to Be Fly.
I think the longest I have gone without getting a haircut and the last 15 years probably. Was 15 is an exaggeration because I think I grew my hair out for a while about 10 years ago. But was probably when I had my surgery. I went about a month because I think I got my hair cut maybe a week before I had surgery. Then I was I was down definitely for 2 weeks, and then there was another week where I was kind of iffy. So I think it was about a month. And that shit, dog, you should have seen me. I looked like I was in the Jackson 5 right before I had my haircut. That shit was crazy. And my hair is so fucking like it pops out like a little porcupine to where I just look like I had a little afro. But
like DJ Khaled during COVID.
Yeah. I look, especially when I was sitting there in a white t-shirt, I looked a lot like him. So you're growing out all disheveled and shit. Hair is all fucked up.
All your fellows going every which way.
Yeah, man. But no, that was definitely. And the thing is that with Covino's new barber, I know he said that he had got this one. They kind of threw with them when he went to go get a haircut one time. They had told him, "Hey, yeah, there's this dude. He's available and he's good." And Covino was like, "They're trying to sell me on him because it's like a last minute thing where they kind of just need to give me to somebody." But then he had said that the dude was actually pretty good. So even though he don't have Addy, this new dude that he's been going to has been pretty cool. So,
you know what though? Like when I was in Fresno, I had two. There was a lady at a Colima barbershop, and it was like literally right down the street from my house. I mean, you could walk there in 5 minutes. You could drive there in one. And she didn't speak English, but I spoke enough Spanish where we, once you get, what you want done the first couple of times, you're done. Because she says, same, you're good. And I used to go see her, but if she was busy, I had an Asian dude, and he was across town a little bit, but usually he wasn't busy. So, and then I had some other cats, King's Hair, and then we had Rudy at Corner Cuts. And the thing is like, since I'm getting my hair cut so often, I ain't got an hour and a half to sit there, man. I'm trying to walk in, walk out,
Yeah.
And because I do get it cut once a week, it's usually, 15, 20 minutes because it's just a touch up. Yeah. But I ain't got time, man. And I figured, you know what? I get my shit cut 4 times a week, even if I see one barber once that month. That's about what normal people see their barber anyway. So fuck it. I'm loyal to 4 of them.
No, I feel you. I really do. But yeah, no, I thought, I don't know. I always it always cracks me up when we hear the stories about the haircuts because it trips me out how some people just vary so much. But I feel like it's very regional at the same time because I feel like, at least where I'm from, I feel like haircuts and shit are pretty fucking pretty strict on, at least me, my family, and the friends I've kept are pretty strict. You go get your haircut every week or every other week. If you're going every 3 weeks, I probably don't know you. I probably don't kick it with you, So
if you look good, you feel good, bro. It's the one thing that you can't control.
And part of it too, I think a lot of the people I hang with and shit, and a lot of people I think of a lot of people keep their hair really, really short. The shorter your hair is, the more often you're gonna have to fucking cut it.
Right,
so,
for sure.
So I think if you do have a Rich fucking Davis from 1997 haircut, yeah, you could probably get away with getting it cut once a month because every time people see you, you look like you're fucking homeless. So it doesn't really matter.
He's got the Zach Morris is what he's got.
Yeah, So it's kind of like you don't have to get cut that often if you always look like shit, So
well, because they're never getting skin fades. When you get a skin fade, like within 10 days, it starts to look a little ragged. You know what I mean? I think the longest no bullshit in 15 years. Maybe even longer than that. I went 2 weeks.
Yeah. It's funny because I bet you felt like fucking like you had a ponytail, huh? Because
bro, you're instead of the bare skin or the little hair, the little fellows that are growing in, it starts to feel all soft. It ain't supposed to be like that. And you're like, okay. And then if you got a little neck hair or whatnot, you know it's there. It just ain't clean, man. So
yeah.
I just want to look clean. I want to look clean, if I can, and that involves getting my haircut once a week. But I will say this, what was funny was Rich made a comment that I guess Addy he opened them and he left him on red. Did you hear that?
Oh, I don't remember that, but yeah, that's a little dirty.
Hey, he's like, he at least could have shot me a thumb or a heart. And I'm like, yeah, okay, Rich, that's all you do, bro. That's what, how's it feel? It's funny. He only shoots thumbs or hearts, and then he's got the nerve to mention some shit about that on the show.
Yeah, yeah, I think haircuts, man. Let us know in the comments. How often do you get your haircut? If you
How often you shave your balls?
and I'm not just limiting this to the males. If you're a female but you got that fucking fade, hey, some females do. Let us know in the comments how often you get your haircut.
I know a couple with some clean fades.
Yeah. There's actually there's some DJ chick I saw on TikTok because I guess I've been watching
DJ Tanner.
Oh, you know what? Fuck. I have it recorded on my phone, but I can't get to my phone right now. But there was a dude that I was watching that was like, shout out to the after show, but later. And and during so I've been getting a lot of those. This one chick that does it, she's got a clean ass fade. So shout out to her. And so let us know how often you're getting that haircut.
How often are you using your manscaper?
Exactly. And are you using your manscaper only on your balls or do you use it on your head too?
When you get your haircut, do you go home and fade your balls?
Let's see. Oh, I have one, dog. Oh my!
What? Oh,
let's get into
let's see
to one of our favorite things to do on this show, and let's talk about something that Rich Davis said this week.
What's that?
That I feel like I'm curious as to the how everybody felt about it because I'll let you know how I felt. He said that people were talking on the Carl page about buying a house or something.
Yeah.
And he mentioned, I'm sorry, I got to cough every so often because my fucking shit's still fucked up. But I'll try to mute that. But
oh, you're good.
He mentioned that every so often, or he saw on the Carl page that people talked about buying houses and shit. And he was like, if you buy a house for $100,000, he was like, is that really that impressive? And I felt like,
well, hold on.
Go ahead.
Hold on. I'm sorry, bro. What does he mean? What's the judgment? How are we determining if that's impressive or not? What's the metric? What's the bar?
I feel like since he's only lived in New York and LA, he feels like if you buy a house, it has to be $600,000, $700,000, $800,000, $900,000 or some shit.
Okay.
And I feel like if you come from
based on that, he's an idiot.
I feel like most people, like, yeah, $100,000 ain't gonna get you like the dopest shit. But I feel like a lot of people, and I feel like a lot of listeners, because I do interact with a lot of listeners. Some of them are, I feel a lot more of them are more down on their luck than are fucking buying yachts and shit, right? So I feel like a lot of the people, especially that I interact with or I see on the Carl page, I feel like they're pretty average Americans, right? Maybe paycheck to paycheck, whatever. They may have a house, beautiful home, whatever. But, for one, if you live in fucking North Carolina, I don't think your house is going to cost as much. And it could be beautiful, right? It could be 150, 200 grand. I know here in town, you could get, like a really nice house for like 250,
Bro. There's the bums down the street have a crazy ass fort going in between the trees and shit. They might let that go for about 95.
And I just feel like for people that grew up, maybe not with like all them, which kind of, it surprises me because the way Rich makes it sound is like, he grew up poor. He didn't even have cable and shit. I feel like if somebody grew up and maybe their family was renting growing up or whatever, I feel like buying a house, regardless of how much it is, I feel like that's an accomplishment. And the way Rich was talking about it to me sounded like he was kind of like, oh yeah, you got a house, but fucking whatever. Like you're kind of like, but anybody could buy a house like that. But somebody coming from the fucking hood with like where their family was renting, for them to buy a home, regardless of whether it's $100,000 or $150,000, I feel like that's an accomplishment and that's something to be proud of. But the way Rich was saying it is he kind of made it like, oh, like you're fucking proud of that piece of shit like that. It kind of rubbed me the wrong way, but.
Well, my thought is this, man. I think you're smart as fuck if you go and buy $100,000 or $150,000 house in like Missouri or Kansas by a college, and you can turn around and rent that motherfucker back for $1,300, and your payment's like $6 or $7, because now you're hella smart. Your risk is minimal. Your return is well over the fucking 7 or 8% that you should be happy with getting on an investment, anyways. And so it depends. I mean, and the thing is too, you should never buy a house just to buy a house. If the shit doesn't just make sense, it's financially not a good idea, because you're not just buying a house, you're also buying on the responsibility of fixing the air conditioner when it fucking breaks, and the roof when it leaks, and fucking taking care of the yard, or paying a landscaper, and the bug control and the pest guy. That shit costs me $100 a month. And so you're taking on all that responsibility. So you should never do it just because it's your dream, and you should never do it just to do it. You should save your money for as big a down payment as you can afford on the house you can afford to purchase. Maybe to someone that's 100 G's, maybe to someone else that's fucking 10 or 15. But you should save the down payment, and it shouldn't cost you more to own the home than it would to rent, because you really got to take on all that extra responsibility with it. And by the time you pay your property taxes, you're just fucking now paying to have a house. And that financially doesn't make sense. It just doesn't.
Yeah, no, I know. I have a friend.
With the market coming down, be smart. Like, for anyone out there, right? Here's my advice right now. The market is going to come down. How much? I don't know. I'm not fucking Miss Cleo. I can't exactly tell you how much. But the shit is, hey, market on the calendar. I'm telling you right now, prices are coming down as we speak. So if I was trying to buy a house, the shit I would do right now is call fucking Lexington Law or fucking Credit Karmas and start getting your fucking credit fixed and start trying to save your fucking scratch. So that way, when the prices come down, you're in a position where you're fucking ready. You can't just scramble and get ready at the last minute. This shit's a process. So right now, I would start fixing my shit, start saving my money. And when houses come down and they're affordable to you, you can figure out if you can fucking do it or not.
You know what? I feel like when it comes to like financial shit, you're more on top of it than even I am. And Lord knows I'm fucking financially fucking dope. I'm just fucking around. But I just feel like you said it, as far as like, it's not something necessarily that you're even going to brag about, or something that it's going to be something that would need to make the most sense, right?
Right. Logical.
And if you are, like you said, you're buying a house for 100 and your payments are like 6 or whatever, and you're fucking renting it for $1,300, that's fucking dope. That's something to be proud of. I mean, I feel like it's cool. So I don't know. I just feel like when comments are made like that, it's just kind of like, I kind of feel like sometimes, Rich forgets the people that he's talking to, which are, some people are having a budget for the fucking Patreon, so it's like,
for sure,
if you're having to do that, it comes off a little arrogant and kind of whack when you say shit like that, but
well, I'll tell you this much, bro. I got a 33% raise coming out here to Lompoc, and before I left, and Rich talks about 100, how about the house I bought, bro? You can check the address. Well, maybe not. I'm not going to say it on there because
I was going to say you're going to do that.
I don't want stalkers. But the point is, in Fresno, I bought my house. I only owe fucking 17 G's on that motherfucker, and I only paid $82,000. Okay, so again, it's not how much you pay, because if you ran my address, the motherfucker's worth $275 right now.
Yeah.
So yes, spending less than 100 is a good deal, because what the fuck is that? I mean, my shit's worth 3 and 4 times what I paid for, and not only that, the rent has shot up. When I bought it, it was only renting for $1,000 a month. I could rent that motherfucker right now for $1,500 a month. So you pay that out, and you got $1,500 a month coming in. You're winning. Yeah. Okay. So the house I'm at now, I got a 33% raise, bro. And this motherfucker, because I'm on the Central Coast, was not cheap. I can't save money like I used to. Like, living in the house that was 82 allowed me to save all the money I needed to put a down payment on this thing. And now that I got a 33% raise and I'm in this thing, it's not as easy to save money, man.
Yeah. It's kind of leveling out.
It just depends on what you want, So do you want to have a big ass, nice ass house in a nice place that, yeah, you can afford, but it's hard to save, you know what I'm saying? Or do you want to have a house that's cheaper where you can stack your cash and do whatever the fuck you want?
All right. Well, speaking of, do you want? How do you want it? Do you want a girl that smokes cigarettes?
Absolutely fucking not.
Check this out, dog. So I agree with you. 100%.
I don't care. Nothing else. To me, absolute deal breaker. I don't care if it was Kim K or Beyonce or fucking Paris Hilton. If she was a smoker, I'm done, bro.
I feel you. Now, let me take you back to me maybe 10, 15 years ago. I may have thought that was kind of hot. Dog, and then not even because when you're around people that smoke, right? I don't care what they say. They smell. They smell like smoke.
Bro,
all the
I
time.
smoke weed. I smoke weed and I smell. I mean,
And-
yeah, they smell.
And you know, and the thing is though, is that there was something about like not even the because like we were both saying, you know, they smell. It's in everything. It's in their clothing. It's in their car. It's in their
You're not
house.
shaking
Whatever.
it, bro.
But for some reason, there was a point in my life where if a chick smoked, just not even the fact that she smoked, but just
Cigarettes or pole?
not fucking cigarettes. I thought it was kind of hot back in the day, dog. That's a little confession. That's Bert Kreischer's secret time right here. So don't tell nobody.
Man.
Yeah,
Don't tell nobody else.
I've had plenty of issues, dog. I've had plenty of issues, but for some reason, I don't know why. I just was like, it's kind of hot. Maybe it's because like she was like doing something like quote unquote like bad, you know, like oh she's a fucking she's a bad girl, you know, as easy as I can put it. So
See, I just look at her like she's fucking gross.
yeah, I do now. I mean, now I look at it and I'm fucking like I'm disgusted by it, dog. And
I'm a total hypocrite for that because I walk around smelling like fucking Swishers, Kush, and Patron. But hey, I don't know. I just it's a deal breaker.
Hey, at least you admit it though. It'd be worse. It'd be worse if you were like, no, you know what? Yeah, they smell like shit, but we don't smell, or you know, I mean,
you know what though? If you rip ball, it's when you hit the paper. It's when you hit the joint or you hit the blunt. I mean, you stink. It is what it is. Now I try to change my shirt and take it off when I'm doing it, and you know, wash my hands and wash my mouth and all that stuff, and hit the Listerine. But let's face it, like it is what it is.
Yeah, no, 100%. I don't know. I don't even know what why that came to my head or what, but I have a question. There's something that's been kind of trending lately.
Okay.
And it's not this full, even though one of the greatest shows of the fucking 2010s or 2020s.
But go ahead. I don't want to spoil it.
All right. But when it comes to things that are trending right now, have you watched the documentary on Manti Te'o?
No, I have not.
Oh, it's honestly, dog. Okay, so check this shit.
But I lived it. I mean, I read it all the time when it was in the news and he was coming out of college.
I think okay, I was there too, and I'll tell you something.
That was enough.
I think it's worth the watch because I
don't need a do-over.
This was me. Okay, I thought the same thing, right? I thought the same shit. I saw it for a couple of days, and I would pass it on Netflix, and I was like, I don't need to watch that shit. I know the story. I fucking, like you said, I lived it, right? It was only like 10 years ago. We fucking remember it, right? But to go back, I mean, to watch it and see how fucking the extent of it and how deep this person that like played him, the shit they went through and shit. I was like, dog, this person was fucking delusional because spoiler alert, I don't know if you've heard, but the dude that was fucking catfishing him is now a fucking chick, right?
Okay.
And so
no, didn't hear.
Well, this fucking chick, dude, fucking, I forget what their name is, but they fucking, yeah, exactly. Dog, this fucking person is so fucking delusional because Manti Te'o's telling the story and shit, and they're going back and forth. They're telling their sides of the story. And
they both participated?
Yeah, it wasn't. I mean, they weren't sitting there together like in a room. But yeah, Manti Te'o was telling his, how the story was. And they brought in the person that catfished him. And they were telling how they started the account, how they fucking added him, how they fucking started like manipulating him and shit and taking advantage of like how he was a really good dude. I mean, when you look at it.
Someone right now, I'm going to interject for 1 second.
What's up?
Someone needs to take that dude, kidnap him, go drop him off in like the Tenderloin of San Francisco or Deep East Oakland for like 2 months so he can get some game because they pulled the okey doke on his ass.
And check this shit out, dog. Look at the fucking person that catfished him. I'm like, I was watching the documentary and there's a portion where they talk about the catfish is going to make an appearance on Dr. Phil.
What's the catfish? Is that the fucking person or what?
Yeah, the catfish is the one that was fucking with him.
So it's like that's the first one now? That's the catfish?
No, but it's actually at the time, and that's what they talk about in the documentary, is when this shit happened, catfish, you know how like the TV show and shit wasn't even a thing yet. So people didn't even know what that was. So when his uncle tells him, hey, you got catfished, he was like, hey, what the fuck does that mean, right? Well, in this documentary, they talk about where the dude, the now woman that catfished him, is going to go on Dr. Phil. They're watching an interview that he's doing on the Katie Couric show. And during the Katie Couric interview, he releases like these voicemails or whatever. And so they show a clip now of the catfish, and the catfish talks about, yeah, I was right about to go on Dr. Phil.
Does he know Charlie the tuna from Starkiss?
Dog, and I was just about to go on Dr. Phil, and I saw him release these voicemails, and I was like, why would you do that? Doug, like, this fucking catfish is still kind of like in their mind, like, why would you do that? Kind of like they had a real relationship, and they were kind of like, you know how, like, say you have a relationship with somebody, it ends kind of bad, but there's still kind of shit you won't do, right? This person made it like, I know we had our shit, but why would you do that? I was like, is this fucking person delusional? Obviously they are, right? But when they were fucking talking about it, I'm like, if you would have heard them say that and not known the context, you would have been like, oh shit, these people had a relationship for real. And then you hear that and you're like, this person's fucking...
But they did, though. They just didn't see each other in person. They had a relationship.
Yeah, but see, this person's talking about it like Manti Tail knew the whole time, you know? Like, they're talking about it like it was a real fucking, this is me, this is you relationship. When they're like, why would you do that? It's like, motherfucker, you over here fucking played me, right, and you're fucking saying, why would I do that? Like, are you fucking mental? And yeah,
I'm not watching that one.
But honestly, dog, I thought it was good as fuck.
I am gonna watch the new Lakers doc tonight, though. It's the new episode that comes out. You been watching that on Hulu?
I started it. I haven't finished it, but no, I've been watching it. That shit's fucking.
What about Mike? Have you seen Mike?
I don't. That's one that I don't want to watch. I just can't get over the fact. For real?
Oh yeah, I've been watching. It's great.
Really?
Oh yeah, fuck yeah.
For a minute, I mean, like, just watching the trailer and shit, I can't get past the fact that dude looks nothing fucking like him.
Yeah, fuck it. It's the story though, and it's Customato, and it's how they found him, and you know when he was, it really shows him as a little boy,
really,
in Catskill, and how his mom gave up on him, and how they thought he was retarded when he was like 8. Yeah, that shit's dope.
Really, I think that I was just turned off because I was like, man, they couldn't get somebody that looked. I feel like I would be so distracted on the fact that he looks nothing like him. But if you're saying it's a good story, I might have to give it a watch.
It's dope. It's dope. And you know what? And speaking of just a little boy, I had a thought, bro. I want to hear what you think about my thought. I think that Steve motherfucking Hog-Off Champ Covino should battle on versus Jay Farrell for impressions.
Oh, really?
That's what I think. I think they should do a versus and fucking Covino versus Jay Farrell, because Jay Farrell's dope. He is. He's got a lot of fucking impressions, but so does Steve Covino. What do you think?
I mean, I think that would be cool for like the Covino and Rich universe, but on a grand scale,
bro, go along with it. Shit.
Okay. I think he should. Let's make it happen.
All right.
There we go.
Timberland, hit me up.
Let's go ahead and make that shit happen. Yeah, let's fucking do it. One
more question.
What's up?
Does he call you Javier Feets because you were on Feet Finder?
No, I think you know what? Honestly, where that Feets comes from is because
even only Feets?
Because he knew I was Mexican, so I think he thought I pronounced it Feets, you know?
Oh.
But my dad's dad, even though I'm fucking Mexican and my dad was born in Mexico, my dad's dad is a white guy from Louisiana.
Oh shit.
So it straight up fits. There ain't no Mexican shit about it, you know? My dad's mom's name was fucking Carrasco, you know? But my fucking dad's dad, a white guy, is fucking Fitz. So the Feets, I think that's where, you know, they kind of assumed, oh, he's Mexican, so it must be Feets from some deep part of Mexico, you know? But fucking no, it's straight up, that's a white name from Louisiana. And it's funny because if you look up a lot of Fitz from the East, you know, fucking, or actually from like Louisiana, fucking Georgia, Mississippi, like fucking from the South like that, it's actually a lot of black people with the last name Fitz. So it is Straight up fits. No feats, no feats finder, no fucking,
fuck.
no OnlyFans finder,
Only feats.
onlyfeats.com, none of that shit.
You don't have none of those websites?
I mean, I've never been to any of them, but I'm sure they're cool.
Oh, all right. Just checking, bro.
What else you got, homie?
What about the fucking the bouncing schedule? I know they talked about that a couple of weeks ago. How do you feel about it, and does it affect your listening habits at all?
It tends to affect my listening. I don't mind it. I mean, I feel like I can always kind of jump in here and there, but when they're on earlier,
Crisscross?
that's typically when I have meetings. So they come on at 9 here in Arizona or 10. When they come on at 9, I go into my office at 8. So I go get some shit done, blah, blah, blah. A lot of times I'll have meetings starting at 9 or go from 9 to 10 or whatever. And that's typically, you know, in that window. When they start a little bit later, I don't like it because I have to wait for it. If it just happens to be a day where I don't have a meeting. So it kind of sucks. But at the same time, I don't know. To me, it's just if they are early, more times than not, I'll have to catch only like half of the show live. If they come on at 10, I get to pretty much catch the show live for the most part, or at least maybe I miss the first hour or first half hour, but I miss more than that if they're coming on at 9.
I've been a replay guy lately. My schedule's all fucked, and I just at work I don't know, we've only been around since 2017, so a lot of our shit's sporadic. So sometimes deliveries will show up or just a lot of shit going on. So I've been a replay guy, but I don't mind it though. Usually if I'm driving somewhere, I'm chilling, then I'm uninterrupted. I think I'd rather listen to the replay uninterrupted so I can listen than fucking catch spurts of 5 to 15 minutes, 20 if I'm lucky.
Yeah. No, and there's sometimes where I'll be coming out of a meeting and like last week, I don't remember what day it was. It might have been Wednesday. I came out of a meeting. They had come on at 9. I went into a meeting at 9. And then when I came back to actually listen, I was only going to catch like the last like 30 minutes or something. And I go, fuck, maybe I'll just catch that shit later on replay, listen from start to finish, you know? Because then there are sometimes if you do listen like that where you miss a fucking comment that's like a callback, you know, something that they mentioned at the beginning of the show that doesn't really make sense. And yeah, I don't mind. I had to do that a lot when I was fucking out of commission for a couple of weeks. I had to listen a lot on demand after the fact, and it wasn't bad. It's kind of cool. It's a little less distracting for me because when I'm listening live and I'm sitting at my computer at work, I just want to chime in the whole time.
Right.
90% of the shit I'm going to say in the comments is fucking stupid and not even funny, but it just popped into my head and I have to spit it out like diarrhea. If I'm
little impulse or what?
It's a little impulsive. Like Spot will say something, I'll make a comment, not even funny, but it just popped into my head and I have to say it. If I'm listening after the fact or on demand, I get to really just enjoy the show. And if I hear something, I'll be like, hey, you know what? I'll make a little note about this. We could talk about it on the after show. So,
do you ever listen on delay?
Not often.
Oh, all right, just checking, bro.
I am Mexican though, so sometimes.
All right, sometimes.
What
about football, bro? Are you excited for football or what?
I am. I'm so super excited this year.
Me too.
I don't know. I think more because over the last year I've become more of a degenerate. So I love fucking like gambling and shit.
Yeah.
And so fucking I'm like, fuck yeah, UFC basketball is coming back. The NFL is gonna be here. I'm just like, I'm fucking
I wonder if USC football is going to be good this year, bro. Because when USC football is good, college football's fun. I mean, Alabama's cool, but they're fucking boring, bro. They're boring. When USC and Pete Carroll were fucking shit up, bro, college football to me was just super exciting.
Yeah.
And then that Cam Newton year was fucking hell exciting with Auburn, and when they played fucking Oregon, that was dope.
That's another thing. And I know Covino fucking frowns upon it where he's like, oh, if you're not really a fan, if you need gambling to have fun or whatever. But when it comes to something like college football, I'm not a huge fan. But if I am going to like bet on a game or something, then I'll be hella invested into that game. Like I'm the biggest college football fan you ever seen, you know?
Right.
So
Well, you know what? It's for me, gambling is not necessary. Like for me, I don't have to gamble, and there's spurts I'll go, years, and I won't bet on any sports. But it's almost like hitting the blunt when you're already drinking, right? Like you can just drink, and drinking's fine without puffing any trees, but it's like the cherry on top. I mean, I don't know, it just makes it a little bit better. So when you are at a live event or you're watching, NFL Red Zone or whatnot, it does feel good to know you got some money on the game, and or it could feel really bad depending on how that game's going. But
Doug, I gotta tell you, I don't think I mentioned this last episode, but UFC, I think it was 278.
okay.
I fucking I had well, I mean, I'll just be transparent. I had $100 in my
Don't lie
account.
to me, bro. Just fucking lie to me, please.
I had $100 in my account, and that I'm gonna play with for the UFC, right?
Okay.
So I go, I'll fuck with it all night. I go at the end of the night, whatever I have in my account, I'm gonna put it all on Kamaru Usman, right?
Okay.
So I was up a little bit, I was down a little bit, and then fucking at the end of the night, I was up like $13. I think I had $113 in my account. So I had been as low as 70, but I had been up and down. And then fucking last fight of the night, I put it all on Kamaru Usman. Not four. First round, he lost pretty much. Next, 2, 3, 4, he fucks up Leon Edwards. And then round 5, pretty much the same,
He got his fucking bell rung.
And then 50 seconds left, dog, he gets knocked the fuck out. And I was like, oh fuck, I can't believe that shit. And I was watching it with my homie who had put like $50 on fucking Edwards, and his shit returned like 250 or some shit,
Right.
And I was like, oh fuck, dog. I was like, I can't believe that shit. But for me, it was fucking really fucking, to me, I had a fun ass time all night betting on even like the early prelims or the prelims and shit, so it's always fun.
Well, what's cool about that though is the dude you bet on was winning until the last second. So there's a certain type of rush when you gamble that you're getting by knowing you're going to get paid, or like feeling like you're going to get paid. And then it just fucking takes your soul when you get fucking knocked out.
100%.
So the extreme that you're at and the extreme you go to, like that's a rush, bro. Like even if you lose money.
There was even like Paulo Costa that I fucking I had bet on, and the bet I put was plus 525. And I had bet like he would get the most significant strikes, the most takedowns, he would win, and it would be over half a round, So, and I won that bet, and it's so fucking dope though, because you're watching it, and the clock starts, and you're like, all right, here we go, 5-minute round. I got to get it past fucking, under 230. Let's go. So I'm watching it, and as soon as it goes under 230, I'm like, all right, cool, we're out of fucking half a round. And then, he gets a takedown, and you're like, oh, cool. Fuck yeah. I'm like, there's a takedown. All right. He's winning in takedowns. And then you're looking at significant strikes, and you're like, okay, they flash the numbers on every once in a while where you're like, all right, I think I'm winning this. But then they don't flash them for a while. So you're trying to do it in your head. And then it's to me, I know Covino says that you don't enjoy the sport or whatever if you have to put money on it or whatever. But again, I don't have to, but it just makes it that much more. Like you said, it's the cherry on top, right?
Yeah, no, I still enjoy the shit out of it without it. But like like we just talked about, man, you could also go, you're not going to get that extreme high and low watching it unless there's money on it.
And the thing is, like, think about like when it comes to the basketball season, I'm a huge Lakers fan. I'm not going to be betting on fucking, what is it, 80, 82 games or whatever the fuck it is.
No.
So
playoff time, it's on.
Yeah, playoff time. You see, and during the season,
they gotta have a favorable matchup. If they have one you can win, you do it.
Yeah, or just like, hey, you know what? I'm gonna be somewhere at a bar or something or whatever, or just I just feel like it tonight. That's cool. Right. You have that option. So I don't know. I love it, dog. So, but anyway, my bad.
I'm with you. Same with the regular season though, like football, because there's not, 82 games. Obviously you can bet every week, but in basketball, I kind of just wait. Like if there's a matchup that, like we're on a winning streak and we're killing people by 20 or 30 or whatnot, like I'll slide a couple over unders and money line in there and parlay it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No.
Why not?
I love it. I love it. I'll leave it at that.
But I also want to say too, I'm not throwing hundos every fucking bet I make either. Like I might hit a little twomp or a little 50 or something, or sometimes it'll be 10, 15. You know what I mean? Like I'm not betting.
Oh yeah, no, Doug. For me,
Willie
it'll be.
style.
I remember I won a plus 900 bet because I bet this dude was going to choke this other motherfucker out. Or he was going to submit him in the second round. Doug, I put $1 on it because it was a plus 900. I won $9, but I said, hey, fuck it. Just even having that dollar on it to me makes it fucking exciting, you know? So my bets will be like, honestly, like $10, $15 here. And they're not crazy, but it just makes it fun to have like a little something on it, you know?
For sure. No,
and when you're betting like that, I can bet like that UFC 278. I bet all fucking night with my $100 betting, you know, a $15 bet here or a $6 bet here. There was like, I think the Paulo Costa one, I bet 632 or something, and it paid out $38 and change. And so I'm like, that's fun as fuck to me, you know?
No, for sure. What about fantasy football? You do any of that?
I did last year. It was the only year I've ever done it. I don't think I'll do it this year, but that gets exciting too. When I did it last year, Doug, I started reading like injury reports and shit, and I was like, I'm not going to start this motherfucker because, you know, I saw on his Twitter he was out last night, or I saw this, you know, I'm like, I get all into it. So that's not, it's an addiction. So I wouldn't, I don't think I'm going to be in any leagues this year, but I'm not hating on it because it takes a lot of my time and a lot of my fucking mentalness.
For sure. No, I'm in 3 leagues.
I'm really?
I'm usually in about 2 or 3. I used to run one, but I got lucky and COVID hit, and you know, obviously no one was really running leagues for that 1 year when COVID hit, so I kind of got out of it. And because I don't like the responsibility of having everyone's money and PayPal, and I really just
I wouldn't
participate.
Want that shit either.
Yeah, but I've won it twice. I won 1,000 1 year, and I won a 650 1 year.
Damn, really?
Mm-hmm.
That's dope. Yeah, see, that sounds fun. Again, with the gambling, that's why it sounds exciting to me, you know. But it's cool though because like with that. Like you said, there could be a significant fucking like excitement, you know, or you could fucking be like up, and then your dude gets injured, right? You're all fuck, man. Like it's just like I don't know. I like the ups and downs of all that shit. It gets me excited.
Well, and also if you're a real fan, though, it makes the game that much more interesting because, like, you know, this year, my August, her son, he's going to do a little fantasy football league. He's in one of my leagues. One of my homies had Bones. Shout out Bones Jones. But Bones has a league, and I got Ethan in there. And then it's cool, too, because when we're watching, then you go back and forth to the red zone. It has a fantasy update. And we kind of, guy, what'd you do in your fantasy? You know what I mean? Fuck, I got 183 points. Fucking Kamara went off for 44. I mean, it just adds an extra element of the sport for it, you know, because that is something you control. Like I can't control if the Raiders fucking call the right play and Derek Carr throws a touchdown or an interception, but I can fucking control if we got a weak schedule and I start Derek Carr over, say my other quarterback is fucking, Aaron Rodgers or fucking Justin Herbert, and maybe they're struggling for a couple of weeks and boom, you sit them, you start your backup and your backup goes for 45 points. That shit feels good when you're right. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, it doesn't. And what I feel like, one of the things you mentioned, I think it does make you dive even deeper because I've always been like a casual football fan, right? I didn't need to catch every game. I didn't need to fucking, I like, there's some days where I'll sit there, I'll watch football all day, but it doesn't have to be every Sunday. But when I'm doing the fantasy shit, dog, now I'm invested in this motherfucker's, fucking rushing yards. And it's some random dude that you may not have even heard of, but he fit your shit. So you're going to play him and now you're invested into some dude you never really heard of. And now you're probably a fan of his, because you're like, this dude got a gang of rushing yards. I didn't even fucking know this dude was that fucking beast,
Well, what it definitely does is it extends football through the weekend because it absolutely 110%. If your games are close in your fantasy week, you're tuned into the Sunday night game and you're tuned into the Monday night game, because you got players in those games that if they got players in those games that if their dude gets 14 points, you lose that week. Or maybe you got two players and you only need 15 points to win. So it makes every single game interesting. And because there's only so many games in 1 week and they only play on Sundays and Mondays and Thursdays, I tune in. It's important. It's not like baseball, bro. Like, fuck, there's 162 baseball games in a year. Only ones I care about is the playoffs. But the Raiders, I care about that game every week.
Every game, it means something to you, you know? And that's honestly the same when it comes to basketball, because they're not as bad as like the Major League Baseball, but it's still, if basketball was fucking 12, 15, 17 games a fucking season, you know, 16, 17 game season, I'm like, every fucking game, dog, I'm glued to the TV. And there's right. I'll be honest, when it comes to like Lakers games, there's times where I know they're playing, but I can't watch it. I'll check the scores on my phone or some shit, or, you know, I'll kind of keep up with it. But if they're playing only 17 games in the whole season, you best believe my ass is going to sit there and watch every fucking game, making sure I don't fucking miss it, you know?
Well, bro, we watch, you know, or listen to 5 or 4 days a week Covino Rich at 2.5 hours. I can give the Raiders one fucking Sunday 2.5 hours.
Exactly. Yeah. No, I feel you. And I don't know. To me, and now I'm getting all excited, dog. Now I want to hit up my father-in-law, my brother-in-law, because I was gonna go to
Bodog. I was in Bovada right after and shit.
I was in a fantasy league with them last year, so I think I don't know. I might hit them up, see if they want to do it again this year. We'll see.
Hell yeah. No, I just, matter of fact, and you know what? I'm gonna belt this out. Sounds like a perfect fucking opportunity. I just did my first draft today. I got Justin Herbert, I got Mike Evans, Deebo Samuel, Christian McCaffrey, Mitchell from San Francisco, the running back, Edmonds, the running back from Miami. I got Michael Thomas, Adam Thielen, Stevenson for fucking the Patriots, Amari Cooper, Aaron Rodgers, Claypool, and fucking Julio Jones.
So you know what? Let us know in the comments if you think fucking El Cucui's got a good little lineup there. I think it's pretty dope. I always bet on Deebo Samuels because this dude got the name Deebo because I think do you know how he got the name Deebo?
I think he used to punk people, right?
Yeah, I think it was his dad who actually gave him the name because he used to fucking punk people. So
he's stealing Tonka toys.
I always got to bet on that dude. Fuck yeah, he's all my dirt truck.
My fucking merry-go-round, punk. It's my sack for the fucking slide at the fair, punk.
100%, dog. So fucking let us know in the comments if you fucking dig El Cucui's lineup, if you think it's gonna be whack, or if you play fucking fantasy football. If you have you ever won like El Cucuy did?
We should have an after show league, bro.
After show beleaguer. Oh man, you know what? I have a quick little fucking a quick little shout out to the fucking bitch ass Carls that are that have a pull up their ass. I'll say that.
Not Reinhardt though, right?
No. There was
making sure. I like that dude.
Damn it. He told me about a movie on Amazon Prime and he said it was gonna be gone at the end of the month. I wonder if it's still on there.
Well, it would help.
I think he said they pull it this weekend. I told him I was going to watch it. Fuck. All right. Anyway, I got to give a shout out to the fucking Carls with the pull in their ass that Covino did. Oh, and shout out to Covino because he gave our after show a lot of shout outs.
Thank you.
Not
Covino.
only during the week, but on his Behind the Velvet Rope, there was he was showing his collections of T-shirts, and there was 2 after show shirts in there that we gave to him. So. He had those in there, and when he was showing the shirts, he gave us a nice little promo telling people to come listen. So I appreciate that.
Yeah, thank you, Covino. He hooks us up, dude. He shows us more love than he needs to.
Definitely. On his Behind the Velvet Rope, he mentioned that there's somebody who left the Patreon because of a comment that Rich made about religion.
What?
Dog, can you believe that? I don't think they could fucking... I know fucking Rich... they've all fucking talked shit like here and there, you know. Rich has called me a bozo on a number of occasions and shit, but I'm like, that's part of the fun. right? We talk shit to them. They talk shit to us. You know, every now and again, they call us a fucking dumbass or, you know, or whatever. But that's part of the fun. How the fuck, Doug? And I feel
Richie's
like
a little bitch.
Doug, if we've been listening to them, a lot of us diehards have been listening for over 10 years.
Bro, they used to dump on people back in the day,
Doug,
bro.
how the fuck are you gonna? Wouldn't you think you know their personalities and shit by now? How could
Right.
you be listening for 5, 6, 7, 10, 12, 15 years? And don't you know Rich don't give a fuck about religion? Rich
Right.
don't give a fuck about material things. He
And
throws
you
away
shouldn't be
his
listening. And you
third
shouldn't be
grade
listening to
yearbook.
their show for his fucking opinion. Who cares what he thinks? That's not. It doesn't matter. Rich Davis's opinion on religion should, one, have no impact on whether you listen to that show or not,
Mhm.
and two, you should give a fuck what it is.
Yeah.
Who cares? It's fucking Dickie Davis.
Exactly. And you know what? And like they talked about, I know this week they talked about Spot and his wife having differing opinions when it comes to politics, right?
Okay.
Whether Spot leans more conservative, more liberal, you know, whatever. I mean, we all know which way Spot leans. However, if you didn't,
like a cholo.
if you didn't know, who gives a fuck? Am I not going to listen to the show because Spot, you know, endorses this person or that person? No, motherfucker, you listen to for a couple of hours of your day. You're entertained. You fucking get to make comments here and there. They interact with you. They're cool dudes. Who gives a fuck? Why the fuck would you leave Patreon because of something like, I don't know what they could possibly say. And I hope I never have to figure it out. But I don't think they could ever say anything that would turn me off that bad to want to fucking quit listening.
Bro, you no relationship, whether it's a friendship, a relationship, you should never see eye to eye 100% anyways. Like,
That
what do
sounds
you
boring
want?
as fuck, doesn't it?
Right. Like I want to, yeah, obviously you want to get along more on fucking certain shit than you don't, because if you're always fucking disagreeing, then why are you even kicking it with that person?
Yeah.
But I don't want to fucking see eye to eye with anybody on anything. Like, I don't know. I mean, me and Tipton, we fucking both like the Raiders. You know what I mean? We both like the Warriors, but there's other shit that we don't see eye to eye on. And fuck, who cares?
And that's the thing is that when you guys are kicking it, Doug, you guys could go balls deep into fucking Raiders.
We don't go balls deep into nothing when we kick it. Right.
You know, you guys could go hard on fucking the Warriors.
Hard either.
You guys could talk a lot about the Raiders, the fucking Warriors, you know, and that's where you guys bond, right? That's where your fucking friendship is the tightest, where you guys are like, we go back to where we're little kids, and this is shit that no matter what happens, Doug, we always have the fucking Raiders to bullshit about. We always have the Warriors to bullshit about. That's fucking cool. And for people to think like, hey, if Tip Dog said he didn't fucking like Barney, and that was my kid's favorite show growing up, fuck him. You know,
Fuck that dude, man.
It's fucking stupid, you know?
Barney? You guys fell out over Barney?
For real. Like, oh, man. But
So fucking religion. So what comment did Rich make?
I have no idea. Covino didn't go in. It was just Covino was showing the shirts from his pile, right? He was like, these are my graphic tees. These are whatever. And one of the shirts he showed was like, hey, this shirt was, you know, whatever. This person, JD in fucking Montreal sent this, and he was like, he has since listened to has since left Patreon because of a comment that Rich made about religion. So Covino didn't go in depth, but you know, he had just made a quick little comment like that. But I'm curious too. I mean, if Covino or Rich or Spot is listening, or any of the Carls that are listening, remember what the comment was that made somebody leave. Go ahead, let us know again in the comments, or hit us up fucking on social media.
So I got a question though, just to fucking play the other side, right? The advocate. So it don't bother me one bit, and Rich can say whatever he wants about religion. I don't really give two shits. I want to make that to be known now. But the question is there's many other things that they stay away from because of Fox Sports ties, and you know, at the time ESPN and Disney ties and whatnot. So what makes him not want to stay away from that controversial topic?
Are you talking about Rich?
Yeah, just in general.
Maybe, or you know what?
Because the Lees haven't made a guest appearance on that show in a long time. And Patient, according, abrupt. They haven't been on there. There's a lot of things that
any of the Lee family, huh?
Right, I'm just saying they haven't been on the show in a long time. So
Basic,
there's a lot
show up.
Right. Even
Rapid's never been there. I haven't seen him on Patreon.
Well, I'm just saying, bro. I'm just saying, bro. Anyways. But there's certain things that obviously that they don't say because they don't want to offend anybody. But with religion being a hot topic, I wonder why Rich just disregards that. I don't give a shit, but I'm just curious.
You know what? I think it could have been just a quick little comment that Rich made, like, all religion's stupid or something. But I don't even think it had to be something super in depth or a really hard take that Rich took, because people are super sensitive, especially when it comes to things like religion.
He wasn't said he wasn't invited to the Lee Party reunion either. A special?
I don't think
it's special.
It's special. He's Mexican. He's a Mexican Asian.
Yeah.
American. It's special.
It's special.
But yeah, man, I don't know, but
especially.
Yeah, we all know that, dude. But let me see.
Give me 1 second, brother, okay?
All right, cool.
I gotta get my ladder.
How about we make this a normal thing? Every time Kukui leaves, I rap. I was just about to jump into some freestyling, Doug. I know you told me that you listened to last week.
Yeah, go for it. Let's go.
I don't know.
I'll get a beat for you. You want a beat?
Give me a beat. Come on. There we go. You hear now? You hear that shit? Yeah. Yo, right here. Boy D. Kukui. My homie Louis. He ain't here. But you know he's always here in spirit. Yo. Yo. 1, 2, a 3 into the 7. I take your baby mama and I send that bitch to heaven. When I put my dick in her ass and I put it in her ear, I put it in that bitch and then I take it out and smear all over her belly and I go. That's all I got today, dog. That's all I got.
Dang.
I was feeling it for a second and then I just fucking wasn't feeling it. Let's hear Kukui for a second. Kukui gonna jump on that mic. Yeah.
Seeing more people on the dream. I smoke more weed than cheech. I smoke weed even when I'm asleep. I smoke all day and I smoke all night. If you fuck me when I'm smoking, we're gonna fight. My shit's tight. I like to write from the heart. I tug and then I fight. I don't know. I'm done.
Damn! You people didn't even know about this side of it, dog. They didn't know about the after show, but later fucking unlimited rap group fucking that we got going on the underground and shit.
It's the after show. Let you know.
Yo.
It's the after show.
We're like the and one motherfuckers of the fucking podcast game coming for Joe Rogan in your mom's house. Yo, right here. Yo.
You can shit on the porch.
Our podcasts are like fucking Nikes, but ours are much better. We take your mama's. Oh, fuck.
And we take all of the cheddar.
Okay, cheddar. There we go. All right.
Better.
That's how it sounds. All right, we're getting ideas out. We gotta feel it. Right here. Yo. Fucking bitches since the age of 9. I never fucked a bitch without giving her a little wine, cause I gotta get that bitch loose, get her in. I'm just fucking around. That's about roofing a bitch in the 90s.
Yeah, that's what that was.
I might have to cut that one out. All right.
I got scared for that.
Yo, wait. Where are we going with this one, man? All right, dog. Well, I appreciate you fucking letting us do that shit. But you know what, dog? I think we're nearing the hour mark, and my throat can't really take any more of this shit because a little bit at a time. So you have anything that you're passionate about before we leave?
I do. Ready?
Let me hear it.
I do. I got some passion I want to get out, and just a little reminder to people. Summer's coming to an end. It's hot out here in California. It's hot out there in Arizona. So if you're fortunate enough to have a friend that invites you over for a guest and have a barbecue and they got a pool, remember this song. Can't piss this. Oh. Don't pull piss. Nice. Can't pull piss. Can't piss this. She had to pee, dancing like Hannah. Party foul, now Rich can't stand her. Sorry to address with vulgar grammar. Now he ducks her like Robo-Fammer. And it needs her PP vaccine. Blue cloud, man, please the scene. Before I go, I'ma leave you with this. Use a bathroom, you need you to piss. She needs her PP vaccine.
She does. You know what? Actually, you sparked a thought on something else that came on this week that involved her.
Okay.
What do you think about something that happened? I guess Rich invited over Shannon and her man Mike.
Okay.
And she brought her little doggy with her.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I guess when the dog was going to go take a piss in Rich's flowers that we all know he worked so hard to maintain, Rich was like, hey, he told him, hey, get your fucking dog and have him go piss over there. What do you think about that? Should he have let them take a piss in his fucking flowers? Do you think it's going to make a difference if, he washed them down, maybe wash some of the piss off after? What do you think about that?
I think both. I'm pretty split down the middle. I mean, if you know Rich's flowers, he works hard on them. Right? Just put your dog on a leash. Like I'm assuming she just let the dog outside and the dog went to the flowers to piss.
Probably, yeah.
I mean, I probably would have got my dog on a leash and let him go to a tree, or maybe even walk him down the street. I don't know, but again, but the dog, it's a dog, dude. It's peeing on some flowers. Like I don't know. Is it going to kill the flowers? It might, right? I don't know.
Yeah, I just think I don't know.
I don't know, bro.
I feel like because I'm kind of like you. I'm a little conflicted because I don't know.
Those are white people problems. That's
I don't know,
say, bro.
I don't know.
We're arguing because your dog peed on my flowers. Like life's good for you.
We'll leave it at that. Fuck it. All right. After show, but later. Let us know in the comments. What you thought. What we need to work on. I know we need to work on our raps. That ain't our strong point, but it's all good. We're here for you guys every week. And let us know what you want to hear more of. If you want to make an appearance on the show. Oh, yeah. I got to give a shout out real quick to Matthew Franz. Everybody knows Franz, big Covino and Rich contributor. I was talking to him this week, and he said he wants to jump on and shoot the shit with us for a little while. So shout out to Franz, the Funky Monkey, Carl Reinhardt, Joey in Texas. The people that don't ever shout out, like Jim Milliorn, I believe is his name. Dude's always showing love. Greg Jensen, always showing love. Tito and fucking E, that's wild. Yes. Always showing love. So shout out to everybody that fucking shows us any kind of love. We appreciate it. You can hit us up all the time. 928-235-5285 After Show BL across any social media. And yeah, man, I think that's pretty much it. Elko Kui, you have any parting words for everybody that's listening?
I do. Shout out Bo, Isaiah, Tip Dog, Little Bobby Tipton, fucking Buck Tipton, fucking Goldie, all the people from Steez at work, fucking Husky Nips, fucking Steve-O. Thanks for everyone, the Funky Monkeys, obviously the people you all said. I'm not going to double back on that, but shout out to all of them as well. And you run our After Show But Later Twitter, you run the one on Instagram. So if people ever do want to interact with me, follow my ass on whatever the fuck too, because I'll interact with the people. I just, Daniel handles all that shit. Like, I don't know. So he sees a lot of you guys that I don't, but I do fuck with the Reinhardts and the Funky Monkeys. So, anyone wants to find me on on Instagram or Snapchats or TikTok,
and if you need any of Kukui's information on the YouTube videos, his Instagram or whatever is linked in the information on there. So just go look for one of the videos. If you're somebody who only listens and don't watch it, it's all good. But go to our YouTube video, fucking hit like while you're there. Hit subscribe while you're there. Turn on the notifications while you're there. But then you can subscribe. Then you can just scroll down a little bit and you can see El Kukui's is like whatever the fuck it is at El Kukui fucking has a big 197. Oh yeah.
Oh, and then too, if you want to go to my feet finders or my OnlyFans, all the After Show But Later fucking listeners get in free. Just use code After Show. And you ain't got to pay my feet fans.
You can see his ingrown toenail for free.
Nah, bro. It shoots lasers like spots. They used to have fucking toe wars.
All right. Well, After Show But Later. We'll see you guys in episode number 143. El Kukui. Thanks. It's fun as always, Doug. We will see you guys in episode number 144. And hit us up with topics and shit. Hey. We'll talk about them. After Show But Later.
Content. Chime in.
I know the homie fucking Baseline Trey is ready, right?
You know what? And you know what? And yeah, give us some topics, because to everyone out there that's a loyal listener to us and shit, instead of listening to the topics, be part of the topics. Shoot us some shit you want us to talk about. We'll fuck with it.
Yeah, we'll fucking After Show But Later. Our fucking slogan is called, it's After Show But Later, be the show. You know, we're a part of the Covino and Rich family. We want you guys to be a part of the After Show family. After Show, but later. El Cucuy, your boy D. Let's go.
On the road to the riches, cause it's all about the paper. Now buckle up your seats and prepare for the journey. Let the music ease your soul, grab a spliff and start burning. Relax with us and take a trip to the heavens. And come and spend a day in the 757.